Hello, my name is Kimberly Brewer, and this is my second grade unit, Who Lives in There? Children learn exploration from the time they're infants. They use their senses to explore the world around them and to learn about the world around them. And this lesson plan and this interactive bulletin board emphasizes those skills. So the first lesson plan is to go outside and do an outdoor exploration, have the children record the sights that they see, the sounds, the different types of creatures that they encounter, and to learn how to read a thermometer, the temperature on a thermometer, both outdoors and indoors. Then they take those observations, we bring them back in, we discuss them in class, and this interactive bulletin board is available for the children's use after that initial exploration phase. So there are quite a few things on this interactive bulletin board. The first thing is that there's a magnetic strip on the bottom of the bulletin board for the animals, the different types of animals. So what the children should do is they should take the various types of animals or creatures, and like this is a frog, and he's a green tree frog that's native to the tropical rainforest. So he just sticks right there, and we can do this with all the animals, and it's also helpful. They can correct themselves whether they categorize the animal and put it in the right habitat. By under their belly, there's either an R for rainforest, a P for prairie, a F for a normal coniferous or deciduous forest, and then a D for desert. So those are the classifications. This wheel in the middle, it can be moved, the outer circle, so that the word matches the animal that it's next to. So this is a bear. And also the inside of it moves so that you can match the tracks with what the animal is. So for instance, we can go up here and the kids can manipulate this. So this is a moose track. So they see the animal, the name of the animal, and the track that they leave behind when they're no longer there. In second grade, we also study Venn diagrams. So we have one side that's plants and one side that is animals. And the kids take the various list of things and they categorize them as to whether they're a need for both groups, a need for plants, or a need for animals. And that helps with learning how to do a Venn diagram. The other thing that we have is questions that are down here, and they're numbered so that they can tell which ones they've done and which ones they haven't yet. This question is, Tommy saw 3 squirrels, 1 grasshopper, and 8 ants. How many more ants than squirrels did Tommy see? This is one of the math lessons for the students. To learn what information is necessary to solve the problem and what information is not. So obviously you don't need to know that there's a grasshopper to determine this, and then you just use subtraction, ants minus the amount of squirrels. And then we have a self-check for the students by graphing. So these are just 1-inch squares that we have, and we put them on the magnetic stripping to make a graph. So there's 3 squirrels, 1 grasshopper, which doesn't really need to be there, but it doesn't cause any harm if the kids do all of the animals that are on there. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 ants. And then they can trace that across the 8 and see that there's 8 ants, or they can count the unit squares up there, and that will help them see that there's 5 more in this column than in this column. So that helps them with their graphing skills and with their math skills to utilize subtraction and addition using those skills that they've learned previously. Then we have an interactive calendar board, and there's different types of weather patterns. So there's windy, snowy, sunny, or partly sunny, sunny, and rainy. And these are all equipped with Velcro, and so the kids can just take them off and put them, like let's say the 3rd of March was a windy day, so then they can put wind there, and then there's other, there's more of these in the area, the thematic unit area, for the kids to chart how many days were windy. And then at the end of the month, we look at how many days were sunny versus how many days are windy. We can compare and contrast how many days, which it also involves math. And another thing that we work on in 2nd grade is the units, the tens place versus the ones place. And by reading the thermometer, you get high enough numbers so that you need both the tens and the ones place. So this thermometer says that it's 83. So if we count, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tens, so that's 80, and 1, 2, 3 ones, so that's 83 degrees Fahrenheit. You can also change this to Celsius as the students get more advanced, and the same principle applies. And lastly, the teacher needs something that has all their thematic units, the materials they need for both the experiments and for the thematic bulletin boards for the kids to interact with. And they can be put in a binder like this one or put in a notebook so that the teacher can access them quickly and without much trouble. And thank you